Don't you love when when you get a spray tan and your hands are a different color than your face? At least my chest is nice and tan though. Ooh, scandally scammed. Yes! You know, sometimes I wonder why I'm single and then I realize I do stuff like that. Hey guys, how you going? It's Kierly and welcome to my very first Onesie Wednesday. Yes, I'm just a young adult in a onesie. It's fine, finisher. Yes! So basically what Onesie Wednesday is going to be is every once in a while I'm going to tell you guys the story time on Wednesday in a onesie. There's a hair on my feet! So anyway, this video is my most requested video to date. I have not been on YouTube very long, but on every video I usually get a request or two, but my last video I posted, every single request was for this video. Now, just a little disclaim. I understand that there are people that are going to have good experiences with every establishment and company, and people that are going to have bad experiences with every establishment and company. Personally, if I can fly United, I will. But I know a lot of people who really don't like United because they've had really negative experiences with it. So this is my negative experience, and if you love this airline, I'm happy they didn't ruin your dream. Okay. So this is why I absolutely hate US Airways. Oh my god, I hate US Airways. US Airways actually doesn't exist anymore. It's now American Airlines. Well, I refuse to fly American Airlines too. So here's what happened. So, as I said in my last video, I've been competing in scholarship pageants for about 5 years. I'm currently holding a title in the Miss America system. Before I won a title in the Miss America system, I was a title holder in a different scholarship organization. And I was a state title holder, so I won the state, and now it was time for me to go on to nationals. Well, I was packing up, getting all my stuff ready, and then I get a call from my agent saying that on the first day of nationals, I got a screen test for a Disney Channel show. This is a huge opportunity, I can't pass it up, so I'm freaking out, and I call my director, and I'm like, this is what's happening, what do I do? And she said, I think you should call the national director. Maybe they can do something for you. And I said, okay. So I call up the national director, and I say, listen, this is the situation. I've worked so hard to win this title. This national pageant means everything to me. My mom doesn't pay for the pageants. My dad doesn't pay for my pageants. I have to pay for my pageants myself. So I had worked my butt off to get to this national level. And she said, okay, we checked the rules, and technically, because you aren't missing any competition, you can come a day late. That's totally fine. As long as you don't miss any competition, it's 100% okay. So we're like, okay, we're gonna fly from New Jersey to California, and then California to Tampa. We booked the flights, everything was all good. I fly out to California. The screen test went fantastic, and I was so proud of the work that I did. And then I'm like, all right, I'm in pageant mode, I'm ready, I've worked so hard, we're gonna go, we're gonna win this. I get to the airport, we check in, everything's going smoothly, and the flight said it was delayed by like 20 minutes. Here's where things start to go downhill. The flight gets more and more delayed. So we go from 15 minutes to a half hour to 45 minutes to an hour to 2 hours to 3 hours. Finally, they get us on the plane, and then we're sitting on the runway for maybe another hour. I was already concerned, but that was when I was really concerned. I've never sat on a runway for more than a half hour. They took the plane back to the airport and said there's technical difficulties. The flight's canceled. And I think, oh my god, I'm going to miss nationals. But my mom said, no. We have travel insurance, it's going to be totally fine, they're going to get us on another flight, we're going to get to nationals, it's going to be totally fine, you're going to go, you're going to kill it, you're going to win. It will be fine. So they put us on a flight from California to Philly. Guess what happened on the flight to Philly? The same thing. Sit on the runway, technical difficulties, bring the plane back. They ended up fixing the plane. So we got on the flight from California to Philly, and I'm thinking, alright, we have like a 2-3 hour flight, and then I can go to nationals. It's gonna be totally fine, totally okay. It's the next morning at this point, and my director's kind of freaking out. Because everyone's like, we have rehearsal, and like, you're not learning any of it. You're not gonna know the opening number. Where are you? And I'm like, I'm trying to get there. And we get to Philly, and I'm like, oh my god, we've got like another hour. It's totally fine. The flight from Philly to Tampa is canceled. So they said, you have 20 minutes to get to this flight from Charlotte. It's in a different terminal, but it will get you there faster than the next flight we have to Tampa. We start sprinting. We see the gate, they're still boarding, it's totally fine. We are gonna get on this flight, we are gonna get to nationals. Well, again, as I said in my last video, I suffer from panic disorder. So, of course, while I'm running, I start to have a panic attack. And the flight attendant did not allow me to board the flight. And of course, I get very upset. I do not mean to yell at this woman. I did raise my voice in frustration. It was not anger toward her, it was more anger toward the situation. I was like, ma'am, I'm Miss New Jersey. I can show you my crown right now. Like, I'm, please, you need to let me on this flight. I'm so frustrated. Please let me on this flight. And she literally goes, call security. She has no sympathy at all for how frustrated I was. So we had to wait like a couple hours to get on a flight to Charlotte. At this point, I'd missed 2 days of nationals. Then we finally get to Charlotte and we board a flight to Tampa. We land. We wait at the baggage claim for about an hour. They lost my luggage. They didn't have it. They did not have it. Competition started the next morning with interview. My interview dress, vintage Chanel, belonged to my grandmother. Irreplaceable. My gown. Oh, actually, I'll show you my gown because it's right over there. Hold on. Just a wee moment. Just hold on for 1 second. Oh my god, I can't get over to the chair here. Oh crap, this is a horrible idea. Alright, I've got my gown that I wore for that particular pageant. This beading, that was done just for me. This is a one of a kind. It's a one of a kind. There isn't another one. It's lost in my luggage. I was terrified. I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have anything to compete in. But my mom said, most importantly, we have to get you to the resort. We get in a cab, we finally get there. I run into rehearsal. I mean, I barge in, I don't knock, I run in, I pop my bag down, I collapse to the floor and just start hysterically crying. And every single girl that was competing ran off the stage and surrounded me because they all knew. My mom dropped me. She said, go in, find a receptionist, they'll tell you where the rehearsal is, but I need to go back to the airport and find your gown. I ended up getting on stage, get through the rehearsal, and then still hadn't heard from my mom, calling her over and over, hadn't heard from her. My sister Queen calling her over and over, hadn't heard from her. Director, same thing. So right after the rehearsal was over, my sister Queen, Abby, she pulled me into the sample sale, and she goes, what do you have in a 00? Tell me right now what you have in a 00. They had one gown. And she's like, girl, if we don't find this luggage, this is what you gonna wear. And I thought that was so funny. But eventually they did find my luggage. And basically I'd missed all of the fun of nationals. I'd missed the parties, I'd missed the events, I'd missed the photo shoots, I'd missed the bonding time. And the only time I had was competition time, which was great still. I was so grateful, but it was so different to just walk in, compete, and leave. I had no bonding time with the other girls. Also, we were staying in a beautiful resort and we lost our money there. But ended up competing, and very fortunately, I walked away with best swimsuit, best talent, best interview, and first runner-up. I'll insert a picture right here. And my friend Kayla actually won. She's so beautiful. She's so amazing. She's so smart. I was so happy. Because if it wasn't gonna be me, I sure as heck hoped it was her. And she did wonderful things with her title. But yeah, that's why I hate US Airways. Guess what? Never got a stipend. US Airways simply didn't care that I missed like 2 days of nationals. Yeah, yeah. there you guys go. That is my video. If you like this video, give it a, you know what? No, if you don't like, I don't care if you like this video. If you like this onesie, this beautiful onesie, give this video a thumbs up because look at how cute he is. And please subscribe because we're trying to get to 200 subscribers. I'm an adult. Oh, God. Have a beautiful, beautiful day and give back to one another. Kisses from Kirli. And Mr. Bear! Oh, gosh, I'm tired.